Russian president announces buffer zone along border with Ukraine.
U.S. Senate launches investigation into Biden's administration.
NGHEN prepares human resources to welcome FDI boom.
Hello, you're watching today's news on ANTV. Russian President Vladimir Putin just announces the decision to establish a buffer zone along the border with Ukraine, and the Russian armed forces are working on this plan.
This announcement was released during a video meeting with government officials. Putin emphasized that forming the buffer zone is essential to protect Russian territory and its people and to restore affected areas. Russian president also said this decision was a response to recent complex security situations in border regions like Kursk, Belgorod and Bryansk. He also called for efforts to restore infrastructure and support people to return to their villages when possible. Immediately after Russia's announcement, Ukraine promptly condemned the plan, accusing Moscow of hindering peace efforts. The plan was unveiled as the Ukrainian army continued intense attacks on Russia's Kursk region, injuring 12 civilians and damaging property.
U.S. Senator Ron Johnson, who chairs the Homeland Security Investigative Subcommittee, is launching a probe onto the true executive role in former President Joe Biden's term. The investigation comes amidst suspicions of a cover-up at the highest level after Biden was diagnosed with prostate cancer.
And no matter who you voted for. See each other not as adversaries.
Johnson said he has sent letters to several former cabinet members of the Biden administration for interviews as part of an investigation on Biden's health status and the possibility of a cover-up regarding his health and his executive involvement during his presidency. Johnson believes the public has the right to know about the cognitive capacity of the nation's leader while in office. The investigation comes just days after Biden's office confirmed his cancer diagnosis. Some people suppose that the illness was known earlier, but its announcement was delayed. Incumbent President Donald Trump has also questioned whether Biden's advisors were actually running policy during his term.
Chairing a meeting at the Steering Committee on Building Regional and International Financial Centers, the Vietnamese Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính called for concentrated resources to build an international financial center in Vietnam with superior conditions.
The Prime Minister emphasized the goal of building a center with better mechanisms, policies, infrastructure, human resources and governance than other international financial centers to attract domestic and foreign capital to serve the country's rapid and sustainable development. The Prime Minister stressed that the center must respect market mechanisms, allow free capital flows and streamline related procedures. He agreed to establish the Vietnam International Financial Center in Ho Chi Minh City and Da Nang with unified management but distinct characteristics.
Upcoming are some updated news.
The Ministry of Industry and Trade announced that the second round of negotiations on a reciprocal trade agreement between Vietnam and the U.S. concluded in Washington, D.C., the U.S., after 3 working days. Both sides made significant progress by clearly identifying agreed-upon issues, nearly approaching consensus and outlining topics that require continued negotiation in the future. The two sides also agreed on a timeline for responding to the draft agreement, proposing text and organizing online meetings to prepare for the next round of negotiations.
As part of a working trip to Germany, a delegation from Nghệ An province met with the German Association of Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises, SMEs, to boost investment cooperation. At the meeting, Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee and Chairman of the Provincial People's Council Hoang Nha Hu presented the province's socio-economic achievements and emphasized its potential for cooperation with German businesses. In return, the German side called Vietnam a key partner and expressed strong interest in cooperation between the two sides. At the meeting, the Nghệ An Department of Foreign Affairs and German SMEs Association signed a memorandum of understanding to establish a connection framework between businesses from both sides.
After a 5-year suspension, the international passenger train service between Vietnam and China will officially resume on May 25. 2 daily trains, Mr. 1 and MR2, will run between Gia Lam Station, Hanoi, and Nha Ninh Station, China. Vietnam Railways Corporation stated that resuming the train operations between Vietnam and China aims to boost economic cooperation, enhance railway infrastructure utilization and expand opportunities to attract international tourists by train, thereby promoting cultural and people-to-people exchanges between the two countries.
Nghe An is emerging as a bright spot in attracting investment, especially foreign direct investment or FDI. In this context, human resources, especially high-quality human resources, play a crucial role in building trust and retaining long-term foreign investors and major enterprises.
With her working experience, professional qualifications and foreign language skills, Mrs. Nguyễn Thị Minh was quickly recruited by Luxshare ICT company in a suitable position with attractive remuneration.
With my professional qualifications and 2 foreign languages, the recruitment process went smoothly. The salary is also very attractive.
We welcome skilled workers with experience and foreign language ability with competitive benefits. With plans to expand, we're currently looking to hire thousands of workers. For the 2025 to 2029 period, key FDI projects in the Southeast Economic Zone and industrial parks are expected to require about 98,700 workers. However, the local labor supply currently cannot meet both the quantity and quality demands. It is time for Nghệ An to shift from the advantage of cheap labor to investing in training high-quality human resources for sustainable development. The school has introduced training programs very early. We're also developing introductory AI courses for different engineering disciplines in the school. Lack of skilled labor is a major challenge for Nghệ An in attracting investment and driving economic growth. The sustainable solution is to strengthen coordination between the government, businesses, and training institutions to connect labor supply and demand, to improve the quality of vocational training to enhance income and welfare for workers.
The last news just ended our bulletin today. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye and see you later.